In terms of corruption, Nigeria has a reputation, as you understand very well, for very massive corruption. I also know that the president has been able to cut that down very substantially. We talked about it. He is working on it, and they have made a lot of progress, and I think they will continue to make a lot of progress. We have a lot of people in this country, and frankly, the country itself, that invests in Nigeria. So cutting down on that corruption element and a corrupt element is very important to us.
My people, right now, there's breaking news that has serious implications for both Nigeria's international relations and domestic security. Reports are suggesting that Donald Trump has threatened possible military action in Nigeria and asked the U.S. Department of War to get ready. Yes, you heard that right. The idea of foreign military pressure on Nigerian soil is being floated. Before we go deeper, please take a moment to like this video. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss updates like this when they drop. Here's the heart of the story. Trump publicly accused Nigeria of allowing violent attacks against Christians and said he had ordered U.S. military planning for possible operations unless Nigeria takes urgent action. He also threatened to cut off U.S. aid if things didn't change. These are strong words, not usual diplomatic talk. Nigeria swiftly responded. The government denied allowing religious persecution, insisted it protects all faiths, and said threats to its sovereignty would not be accepted. The foreign ministry issued statements stressing that Nigeria is dealing with complex security issues and needs support, not threats. Pause for a moment. If you believe that national sovereignty is important for every country, hit like right now and let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Now, let's break down why this matters. First, the idea of another country preparing military action on your territory shifts things from politics to very serious security and diplomatic terrain. Second, cutting aid or threatening intervention changes how Nigeria's relationships and regional diplomacy will be viewed. Third, this moves beyond the local security challenges. It signals that issues in Nigeria are getting international attention, and that has both positive and negative sides. For example, this might push Nigeria's government to act faster on violent groups, to show results. That could be good, but it also raises the risk of escalating tension, misunderstanding, or worse, intervention without full local coordination could lead to foreign troop presence, which many Nigerians would strongly dislike. If you are following this and you see potential danger, type "stay peaceful" in the comments and don't forget to subscribe so you're kept in the loop. Another key point, the groups prompting these discussions, militants, religious extremists, bandits, they operate across borders, exploit weak governance, and target vulnerable communities. The US message seems to say, if you don't handle this, we will. Whether that makes things better or worse depends on how Nigeria and international partners handle it together. Should Nigeria accept foreign military planning on its soil? That's the big question. Let me ask you, do you believe Nigeria should accept foreign military help if it means ending violence faster? Or do you think it should be strictly Nigerian-led to protect sovereignty? Type "help welcome" or "sovereignty first" in the comments, and while you do, like this video. Now, the timing is also significant. Nigeria has been under pressure for months. Attacks in the northwest, religious conflict zones, kidnapping rings, international donors and security partners, have warned about human rights concerns and humanitarian fallout. So when the US steps in with public threats, it reflects high frustration. On Nigeria's side, such pressure may spark defensive posture or push for reforms, but it also risks backlash from citizens who fear foreign involvement. Keep in mind, planning military action takes a lot: legal authority, international support, logistics, clear objectives, rules of engagement, exit strategy. The US may be signaling readiness, but the practicalities remain challenging. Nigeria has one of Africa's largest militaries, a vast geography, deep communities, and sovereignty concerns. So we're not at boots on ground yet, but we are at the serious diplomatic crisis stage. Pause again. If you believe talk like this should lead to calm diplomacy rather than threats, click like now and share this video with someone who needs to see it. From the Nigerian government's response, we see that they are not rejecting cooperation, but they are firmly rejecting being dictated to. They emphasize the need for respect of sovereignty and shared responsibility. That response matters. It shows Nigeria wants to be partner, not subject. Now, let's talk practical consequences. If aid is cut or delayed, many development programs, security cooperation initiatives, healthcare projects could be impacted. That affects millions of Nigerians, not just politicians or elites. If military pressure mounts, the fear and instability could grow. Communities already under threat may feel them doubly, from illegal actors and from international politics. If you care about ordinary Nigerians first, press like right now and type "people first" in the comments. Another dimension worth noting: how this impacts Nigeria's image globally. When a powerful country publicly threatens another, global investors, regional partners, multilateral organizations all pay attention. The question of, is Nigeria stable, comes into sharper focus. So the stakes here go beyond immediate security to long-term economic and diplomatic health. Now, what happens next? We'll be watching for three big things. 1. Will the US follow through with aid cuts or actual operations? 2. Will Nigeria propose a strong response, maybe joint task force, transparency about attacks? 3. Will this lead to regional cooperation across West Africa to handle cross-border militancy? If any of those happen, the story will escalate further. If you want to stay ahead of the next move, make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell. I'll bring you each development right away. To wrap up, the headline: Breaking: Donald Trump threatens military. Action in Nigeria asks US depth of war to get ready, reflects a moment of high tension. Whether it turns into action or stays as warning, it raises major questions: how Nigeria safeguards its sovereignty, how it tackles security challenges, and how global powers interact. The way this plays out could shape Nigeria's future in more ways than we realize today. So, as we stand now, what's clear is that this entire situation between Donald Trump's warning and Nigeria's response is more of a diplomatic tension than a real military operation. But even at that, it's serious. It reminds Nigeria, and indeed all African nations, that the world is watching how they handle internal security and human rights. Nigeria has said it's fully capable of managing its own affairs, and that's true. The country's military has been stepping up operations in the north and tackling violent groups across multiple states. But what many people are now watching for is how both sides handle this talk. whether it ends with partnership and support, or with stronger words that could damage relationships. Let's be honest, nobody wants to see tension grow into conflict. People want peace, safety, and progress. So the best outcome here would be dialogue and cooperation, not threats or panic. If you agree that peace and dialogue are better than military threats, please hit the like button right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now so you can get updates as soon as we drop new information. Because this story will continue to unfold. At the end of the day, the truth is simple. Every country deserves respect. Every life deserves protection. And the world needs less confrontation and more understanding. Thank you for watching till the end. Let's keep praying for peace in Nigeria and across the world. And once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next update.